Hello, and welcome to another chapter of a tome pulled right off the shelves at the heart of the Jakuls. As always, I'm your committed host, Lothrin, and there's ever so much more data to relay. So let's get to it, shall we? Go grab a filling meal, settle into a cozy spot, and pay accurate attention to Fleet Part 60, The Weight of Failure.
Calamity Ox, this is Sergeant Ichthir of the Lilandra salvage vessel. The puzzle has been solved. VU turrets have gone into standby mode, awaiting further orders.
Sergeant Ichthir, this is Bathon Tamor. We have orders that you keep comms hot and open. Proceed to target coordinates for further instruction. Be aware that tracking mines have been spotted near the arrival vector.
Thanks for the heads up, Bathon. Helmsman, what can we expect on this course?
Sergeant, the course looks steady and mostly clear. We should be able to handle this run with relative ease.
Mostly steady. The sergeant leaned forward in his command chair. When he'd been given the opportunity to helm his own ship way ahead of his career path, Ichthir had known there'd be problems, but he wanted to solve them and keep his ship and the lives of his small crew intact. What's the problems with the course, Helmsman?
It's the way the field around the battle operates. My guess from the data is that Ox couldn't see minute details from Strife 1. The field keeps the ships relatively where they are. When they were demolished, small drones constantly travel the battle and maintain the positions of the largest objects and ships. But the rest of the debris is allowed to shift and flow with the pull of the gas giant and the other moons.
Duly noted. Tactical? Turn shields up slowly.
Sergeant! The turrets sent a warning. I'm holding the shields where they are now.
Ichthir sat back, easing slightly. Pilot, go ahead, port speed. The pilot nodded, taking the reins of control as the helmsman beside him continued to scan and plot the best route along the entry vector, sending that information to both the pilot and the sergeant. They could hear the gentle thuds of various bits of debris hitting the shield. Well, sort of. Nothing could actually be heard. The hull was too thick for that, not to mention the impact was occurring in the vacuum of space, against a part of the ship that was just solid energy fields. What they were really hearing was a new system invented by Cam, to inform the crew of where potential threats and impacts would occur. It also, in combat, could isolate friendly and enemy ships, and apply sounds and volume to each one, to offer a greater sense of three-dimensional space all around them. It did not make things, however, any less tense. Ichthir still felt each scrap and bang stab right into his gut, until they hovered before their final goal.
Sergeant, the helmsman pushed data to Ichthir. That shape on the other side of the next ring of VU turrets. I think it's a nearly intact archivist corvette, known as a Golden Scarab.
On my screen, Ichthir examined the wreck of a very advanced warship, his eyes bulging at the sight of the guns and shields it had at its disposal. Calamity, we've caught sight of a nearly intact Golden Scarab. Please advise.
Lilandra crew, this is Bathon Tamor. Please await orders from Bitterrock.
Bitterrock. That meant Cam Novir. Everyone in the Lilandra held their breath for his response.
To the Lilandra and her crew, this is Bathon Tamor. You are instructed to retrieve current mission objectives, as well as scanning the debris field around the Golden Scarab.
Understood, Calamity. Ichthir nodded to his pilot. The pilot deployed the grav spear, while the helmsman scanned the area. Every one of them tensed up again. This is the point where the previous two incursions had failed. The other crews had tried thread lassos and a magnetic lance, but one had suffered a severe hit and limped home, and the other crew was floating in the nearby debris of the battle somewhere nearby. No one was quite sure if the VU turrets were going to find offense with what tools they were using or how respectfully they were going about their business. But it was surely on all of their minds a little bit more with each passing second the longer they spent here.
Grav spear is secure, Sergeant.
Everyone tilted their heads back toward Ichthir, wondering if they'd live through the next few seconds. Hook is set, Bathon. Reeling it in now. And thankfully, nothing happened. Not even when they bonded the ship fragment to the base of the 100-meter-long, elegant, mostly teardrop shape that was the Lilandra. Everyone breathed a long sigh of relief. Helmsman, plot a course back home. Pilot, at your discretion. Mission success, Calamity Station. En route back to Strife 1 now.
Copy that. Plenty of warm space and hot grub for you when you get back home. Bathon Tamor out.
And so it is. Our time together has once more come to a close. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed the tale as much as I have the telling of it. As always, I've been your expert host, Lothran, and this was Fleet Part 60, The Weight of Failure, another tale right from the heart of the Jakuls. And now, sadly, ever so sadly, we must once again part ways. Korvoth, guide them back along the proper path, back to the safety they know all too well.
Yes, sir, Lothran. Oh, man, that was intense. I'm shaking, Lothran. I'm shaking. Okay, no, I'll get back to it. Okay. Back to work. A pleasant greeting and a fond farewell to each and all. Please leave all your comments, questions, and kindnesses down below. Don't you let me catch a single one of you leaving any of that nasty, rude, or awful stuff, though. You keep all that baloney to yourselves. Got it? Don't you do it. Not ever. Not once, not ever. Never. Ever. Ever. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to help us learn, spread, and grow. And don't forget that we strongly encourage each and every one of you to stay safe out there. See you again tomorrow for the discussion. Oh, it's gonna be good. So, there's gonna be a lot of these excursions into the battlefield, and a lot of danger when it happens. I wonder how Vildar feels about this. Essentially, Cam is robbing an archivist mass grave. That's no good, right? Okay, nope, Lothran's giving me the eyes again. I gotta hurry. Good night and good luck, everybody. You'll need it. Bye-bye, everyone. See you again tomorrow.